Can you really call it a sea cucumber if it's invisible? I don't know if any of you guys ever got milk mustaches, like when you just got done drinking the milk and all that stuff. I don't know, whenever I got a milk mustache, it was always really awkward, you know? Especially because I'd have to get up from the grass and then the cow would just look at me all weird. Ever wonder why Thomas Jefferson and George Washington never talked to each other? It's because they're both dead. I have no strong feelings on the definition of indifference. I've never been ripped off in a Ponzi scheme, but if I had to imagine what it felt like, I'd imagine it's a bit like buying the season pass to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So it's well known that our president is suffering through a bit of a memory issue right now, and I'm not going to fault him for that. I mean, it's really kind of sad, but I would like just for this one thing to happen once with his Secret Service agents. Mr. President, do you know where you are?
Yeah. You're in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. Sha-na-na-na-na. You know the thing.
A lot of talk about Jewish people going on. I remember I actually have a next door neighbor who happens to be Jewish, and we usually like to come up with little nicknames for him. We like to call him Menorah because they both like to get lit around the holidays. Well, it's an election year, which means things are probably going to get a little bit heated here in the United States. I remember there was all sorts of riots and just all sorts of looting and nastiness about 4 years ago. And man, it was awful, especially here in my home state. And what I went through was actually even worse. 6 years ago, there were no riots. I was just there for a Creed concert. You know, I found out something very disappointing today. I found out that my bidet is actually a congenital liar, and every time I ask for water, it just keeps blowing smoke up there. So it looks like we might have a new president soon, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm really gonna miss Joe Biden because I love me a good Joe Biden story because it's like an M. Night Shyamalan film. You don't know where those things are gonna end up. So our relationships with China are hostile at the moment. Things are different back when I was at the Shaolin Monastery. I remember I fought the great Chinese combatant. His name was Corn Pop Young Fat. And I remember my coach, his name was Sensei Daniel-san, and he told me to sweep the leg. And I said, come on, man, that is not how we do things. That is not how we do things in my dojo. So I remember I reached down towards my side, and I pulled out the Glock. Hear me out. If anybody out there still wants to sound like Donald Trump, the answer is you just have to remember this one thing. You are always right. Even when you're making it up, you are always right.
It is so great to be here. It is so great to be your massively popular president. I think I am frankly more popular than Michael Jackson. And let me tell you something about Michael Jackson. I still can't believe the guy was never really black. No, it's true. I saw pictures of him. Look it up. He's a white guy. And my assistants didn't think I should tell you this because they're always worrying about them. And I say, relax. You look like you have Asperger's or something. Terrible disease, Asperger's. And I remember the most horrible story of Asperger's was this man who died from it. His name was Lou Gehrig. Great American patriot, but he died of Asperger's, which is just really sad.